Hi, it's Devin, and it's Monday? What? Oh, I guess that we haven't told you guys yet. The reason that we've been on a hiatus for a week is because we've been trying to reschedule what we're doing with the BA. We've decided that we're not going to have each of us vlog once a week anymore, that we're going to operate now on a 16-day cycle, so you'll see each of us about twice a month. This is just a personal preference issue of how we would like to keep in contact with each other. So, hope it doesn't bother anyone too much. But the 16-day cycle thing does mean that it's going to be a little harder to figure out when different people are posting their vlogs. So what we are going to do for you guys is we have set up a Twitter account. It is username Bellatrix Army, just the same as this channel, and there will be a link in the sidebar. And so that way, whenever a new video comes up, you'll know. So the only other thing that I have to do today is I'm going to ask you a question, because if I don't ask one, then no one has anything to answer this week. And my question to you is, well, LeakyCon obviously was a great moment in all of our lives, but for me, LeakyCon and meeting you guys, and specifically becoming a part of the people that we call the BA, has changed my life in some pretty deep and meaningful ways. And my question to you is, now that LeakyCon is over, how do you feel like your life is different because of LeakyCon and because of this group? I'm going to cut to a beer segment here at the end. To beer. This week I have a very, very special beer with me, and it is called Haandbakk, and it is by the Haandbryggeriet brewery, and is actually from Norway. And what it is it's a sour ale that's been aged in oak barrels. Now, I've never had a sour ale that comes from Norway before. Most of them come from Belgium. But I'm really excited about it because I've never had anything from this brewery that was bad. The overall rating for this was an A on Beer Advocate, which is pretty much as high as you can get. And they're using wild yeast. The overall alcohol content of this one is 8.5% alcohol by volume. And it wasn't brewed in large quantities. This tells me that it was batch 49, brewed on 10/10/2006, best before 34/11, so the end of April in 2011 would be as long as you could cellar this for. And it tells you that the contents are just malted barley, wheat, water, hops, and yeast. So I'm really excited. I've been saving this one up. It wasn't a cheap one. And I'm choosing to pour this into a goblet because that's what I like to pour sours into usually. However, the recommended glass type for this was either a tulip or a snifter. And I do have a tulip glass. I really just thought that it would go better in the goblet, personally. Wow, this is very dark and beautiful. So some of the sour beers end up having kind of a rare hue, but a red hue. But you can see that this is a nice dark coppery beer, and we've got some bubbles at the top. The nose, you're very much getting the Brettanomyces, I think that's the name of the wild yeast that they're using. And it smells just delicious, so let's see. This is a really, really well-crafted beer. It's everything that I would expect. It has a medium body. It has the light bubbles going on at the same time, and you have the viscosity of the sour, and then you get that backbite on the end. There's really no detection of hops, but the bite is the sour bite, and I really enjoy that. It's very different from most people who say that they don't like beer entirely can try some of these sour ales and really like them. So I would encourage you to check out if you have any in your local beer store if you're not normally a beer person. All right, that's it for me. So Johnny, I will see you sometime in the next 4 days.